I just had a very great conversation and very great event actually here in Maria 01 with there was this one of the co-founders of Wolt, W-O-L-T, the food delivery company, and they are huge nowadays and got exited for 7 billion or something. So very great business, Finnish based or Finnish origin company that's now sold to DoorDash. But any case, was attending like a breakfast event where the co-founder Juhani was basically just talking about the learnings of their, like, from day 0 to today. I got a lot of good notes that I wrote down, and I want to kind of go through those learnings in here as well, and kind of just go through all the different things that I wrote down and all the insights that I have. I'll go over these notes of what he was talking about, and just share the main ideas and main takeaways I have as well. I think first note in here, as I wrote down, is do every little thing a little bit better. And I think this resonates with me very much because in the world where there's a lot of competition, there's a lot of noise around every single thing that you're building. You're never really building a unique thing, or yes, you can do a very unique thing, but there's always some noise, some competition, other people doing the same thing as well. And he was talking that how you actually make it out in how you can actually succeed in such a market is doing every little thing better, and that compounds. It compounds when you go the extra mile in every category. You go the extra mile in customer service, you go the extra mile in the product itself, in the sales process, in the marketing. You really think outside of the box and just do things a little bit better. I wrote down in here as well, like in crowded markets, the edge doesn't come from the one big movement, the one big idea. It comes from like hundreds and like thousands of small consistent ones. So basically marginal gains will compound fast is the main message. And I wrote down like onboarding flow, like how are we actually making the onboarding flow of our customers the best one, taking a step above everyone else's, how easy it is for restaurants to take in our solution and how they actually can get it like in seconds from their sofa, drinking a beer, how they can purchase and take into use our solution. So that's kind of something that will matter a lot. And like overall that goes into like the culture as well, the people that you have, like building a detailed culture, a team. Like basically teams that obsess over small things end up owning the big outcomes. And overall, and then as a bullet point, like I wrote down, create internal rituals that enforce this mindset of like 1% better every single day. That's kind of thing that I've been always putting into my mind, but also like putting that into the team's mind and everyone's mind. That whether it's like, for me, it was back in the days, it was in the gym and into the mindset and like reading like 3 books a month, almost like book a week, and about like self-development and business and marketing and sales and whatever. And basically just like 1% better, and kind of making that part of the culture as well, like owning those and like posting like micro wins and micro optimizations they did, and kind of making the wins public and celebrating on those as well, on the things that we do better. Then number 2 is basically own what matters. If something is important to your business, don't outsource it, do it yourself and make it your priority. I made this mistake over and over again throughout the past years that I've been building business. I did this with my marketing agency when in the beginning as well, like actually just selling myself or doing the sales myself, and then putting the actual marketing service into a freelancer or whatever. That came to my mind first, but the point of this is basically is that like your core functions should be inside your company. You should own them. You should like build your IP around them, and your kind of your internal company knowledge should be in those main things. And he mentioned like a story of how they had outsourced their deliveries to a startup, that then the founder or owner had like a mental breakdown, and then they lost the careers and people actually delivering the food. So then they went from like a lot of orders a day into zero basically, because they didn't have any couriers doing it. And then they took it internal and kind of had the people delivering for Wolt straight up and didn't use any outsourcing company to do that. And yeah, basically core functions are where modes are built, or this is what I wrote: product, brand, customer relationship, data. Outsourcing these is like outsourcing your differentiation, which is very well said. And the idea is basically you need to own your core technologies, your brand, your client relationship. Outsource only what doesn't shape your uniqueness, and make mastery of the core systems part of team culture as well. That was a really good point that he mentioned. And number 3 is basically just having fun while building crazy good shit. That's what I wrote in here. We need to build a culture of having fun while building crazy good shit. Like we need to just make it fun. The everyday life should be fun, and while also kind of keeping the level of playing field very high, and kind of the quality should be very high as well, and building like actual stuff that moves the needle forward and differentiates the world. I wrote down that fun fuels creativity and retention. If building feels alive, then the work shows it. A team that enjoys the process will outpace one that's just grinding and not having fun. So basically, core actions like keep humor, spontaneity, and play inside the processes, inside the company. Use fun as a creative weapon, like memes, micro celebrations, and then blending ambition with energy. Like we are building fucking serious tech, we are building a unicorn, and we are changing the world, but we are not taking ourselves too seriously, but seriously enough to actually make a difference and be better than everyone else. And number 4 is basically go the extra mile. The core thing is in here, kind of relates to do the small things better, and those compound. So yeah, just making sure we are doing extra mile with everything, and really outside, like thinking outside of the box, like exceptional customer service, details about the products and how we onboard people and how like everything works. Because in the AI world, everyone can build stuff. AI, everyone will kind of do the same prompts and do the same designs and do the same things. So if we go like the extra mile with those, that will like be a huge differentiator. And yeah, core bullet points: add surprise and delight into customer touch points. I think like that's a really big one, because business is all about people and processes, and people are a big part of businesses and companies overall, whether it's the people inside or the people that you work with, your customers or whatever. That's a really important point. And yeah, like it's like getting into every point, and that is also a culture thing that we need to improve a little bit. So like treat every interaction as an opportunity to wow. So creating this wow effect for our customers is also what kind of gets the word of mouth spreading. Like if I use an app or use a software that is like, it's good, but it's not like wow, then I won't share it, I won't be passionate about it, I won't create a social media post about it. But if I see something that is wow, like a very well designed thing, or thing that just works very well and gives me really this wow effect, then I'm sharing it. I'm talking about it. I'm like doing all these different things to actually kind of just push it forward, because it's just I like it and it feels super nice. And number 5 is praise in public, feedback in private. And the context for that is recognition builds culture, criticism shapes growth. Both must be handled with care and timing. But this goes into like action items like public channels, Slacks, like weekly calls. We want to celebrate the efforts, the wins, the behavior that reflects our company values. And then on private, one-on-one, deliver feedback quickly, directly, and with care. So we want to praise everyone on public and like celebrate the good things and like take people that, hey, you did this very well, and kind of show that to the company. And then when there's someone that is doing not that great, is a little bit of a jerk or whatever, then you take that to the side and then you have a kind of constructive conversation with him and just kind of give the feedback and then kind of see if it improves. And if it doesn't improve, then it's hard. Like that's like needs to be like a high standard in terms of that. And this rhythm keeps morale high and trust unbroken. So very good point as well. Define culture, make it observable. We want to like really bring that culture into the daily actions. Like we have to define what is our culture. What are our values? What are the characteristics we are looking for? You can kind of define your culture in a way that if you take 1 hour of your day, 1 hour what happens inside your company, that is your culture. That is like, the culture is like within that 1 hour what happens, how you treat people, how you send Slack messages, use emojis, greet people when they come to the office, are you in the office or not, and all these kind of different things. Define your culture, and then if you want to change your bad culture into a good culture, then you just have to change what happens in that 1 hour, and the next hour do things differently, and that scales up to the 1 day, to the 1 week, to the 1 month and a year. You get it. So culture isn't what's written in your Notion document, it's how people act every hour of the day. That's a very good point. And number 7, we are here to build a unicorn. Like clarity and ambition unites people. Unicorn doesn't just mean valuation. It's a mindset, like it's exceptionalism, it's speed, quality, and vision. And we have to make it explicit. Like we are here to build a unicorn, and that is very clear for all of the people that work inside our company. And we are serious about it. We are doing it. So it's either it's 0 or then it's a unicorn. Whatever, we are here to make sure that we do everything we can to build that unicorn and go into our goal. We need to keep the energy high, but like grounded in execution. Non-negotiables are high energy, high standards, and high trust. And every action from code to customer service moves us towards that vision, and every decision that we make, we have to keep in mind that we are going to be a unicorn and how we can now do things. How should we decide now, because we have this goal of being a unicorn. Number 8, play a little bit hard to get with investors. He was talking about this, like just approaching investors, not in a needy way, which is kind of obvious one. Like we need to approach investors so that we play a little bit of hard to get, like not like being rude or like arrogant or anything else, but just like, hey, as I was talking about, like, hey, we don't really need the money at the moment. We are this one guy approached us, we are talking with him, he's interesting, but we are now not looking to like really take in money and we don't need it. But yeah, it was good to have a chat, and then this kind of gets the investor to be actually interested in what you are talking about, and kind of they are getting into their edge and kind of being like, hey, okay, what these guys must be very great. because they are not needed. They are not sending hundreds of cold emails trying to get investors. So yeah, basically desperation kills leverage, momentum attracts capital, and the best founders act like they are building something unstoppable, which we are, because they are. And yeah, just basically leading with traction, not with need, position funding as an opportunity, not a request, and yeah, just use kind of the correct language, and like, hey, we are not actively racing, but we are open to the right partners, etc., etc. And yeah, kind of creating like soft scarcity, and building kind of that FOMO. Partly it's like artificial, partly it's like we actually built that FOMO and we are actually a fucking great company and everyone wants to invest into us at some point, and now we are just building it so that everyone comes to us and recognizes us and what we are doing, because we know that our stuff is fucking amazing and we are building the thing. And yeah, it's now about just getting the traction and or kind of scaling the traction, and yeah, then just like choosing the right partners to work with, because we can really take this to be the unicorn. And as I said, we are serious about it, so that's what we are actually like in practice as well, showing to our investors, or potential ones. And number 9, build processes as we grow. We need to make sure that we build processes as we grow, so we don't bottleneck ourselves, like speed without systems, collapse at scale. Of course, we don't want to spend too much time at building processes at this point, but we don't want to just like forget those now in the next couple of years, because then all of a sudden we are in the position that we have scaled a lot. We have a lot of team members, not processes at all. Everyone's very scattered, confused of what to actually do and how things work. So we need to build these processes as we scale, but not like over systemizing, which can really kill like the early momentum. So yeah, build lightweight, evolving processes. Every time something kind of repeats, we want to document it. Every time something breaks, we want to fix the process, not the person. And yeah, just like run that consistently. Number 10, we need to build scalable word of mouth. We really need like a proper way to scale with word of mouth. What if we send daily summaries to restaurants with our results and then add like a referral button with like 20% commission or something? So like these little things of how we can actually, like the number one thing is to build like a product that, as I said, like creates a wow momentum, like is so valuable that the restaurant owners already want to like share this and talk. They have these like colleagues and groups and people they know, that other restaurant owners, stuff like that. So of course they are already talking. So we need to have this really great thing that the one person is using and then they're saying to the other, and then that kind of compounds. But also like systematizing that with some kind of structure and incentives scales it up even more. And number 11, top 3 founder advices from him. Number 1, go to the customer, don't guess, validate with the real world. Ask that, hey, we have this thing, would you pay for it? If they would, then it's a good fit. And if you can do that at scale, then you can see it's a good product market fit. Everything else is really noise until you have done that. And that's what we are now doing. Number 2, work on what you love. You don't have to love the exact product that you are doing, but you must love the arena you're playing in. Passion sustains when things get hard. So you really have to be passionate about the thing that you're building, or something around it, or your goal, or something related to it. You don't have to be passionate about the exact product that you have. You have to like it and think that it's great and cool, but you can have a lot of passion around it with the problem you're solving, with to the goal you are going towards, all these kind of different things. And number 3, the difference is people. Great people turn average ideas into unicorns. Culture, energy, and ownership makes all the difference. So, as I said, at the end of the day, businesses are people, and you need to have the best people inside your company, because then you are attracting the best people as well. That is a fucking hard process to do. Really requires hard work to get the right people on board, but that really makes a difference as well, and is a thing that you have to, and you is worth to invest a lot of time into. And then final thoughts, closing thoughts. Everything compounds: details, care, culture, processes, people, and if we align all of it behind one energy, build fast, have fun, ship greatness, and then the unicorn becomes inevitable. So yeah, those are my thoughts. This got into a pretty long one, but a lot of good thoughts, I feel like, and something that we are doing and something that we are not doing that great. So a lot of things that we need to improve as well. And now it's just a race who gets the most customers in every company that I'm part of. And yeah, we just have to do the boring work and get shit done. That's the most important thing.